wherever, whenever, and whoever you are, and welcome back to Phoenix Iwaki. Welcome back to Irazu no Mori, the Forbidden Forest, our first ever adventure into Daggerheart, and our own original campaign frame from the wonderful mind that is that of Yo Shianoya's. Do check out the fabulous Yo over there on Instagram, and I got this in my mind for some reason. It was Shionara. I think I have a student that's that name. I misspelled it. Excuse me. Sorry, Yo. I changed it in other places. I missed it here. Sorry, Yo. But yes, Shionuya is the name. And please check out Yo's amazing work. I know, Yo. Sorry. Good to see you in chat, my friend. Welcome in. I know. I've known that the whole time. I don't know. So my brain just went on when I was typing that. Salt Valley. There we go. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us again as we return here to this wonderful campaign with these wonderful people. Missing a couple, but yes, as you said there, we do have the beautiful character art now for our adventurers, and we shall hear who they are in just a moment. All of you lovely folks over there in chat, do jump into our giveaway. We are supported by the wonderful folks at Demiplane and their awesome interaction and integration of the Daggerheart Nexus from Demiplane and with Roll20, which you'll get to see today. And please jump in if you would like a chance to win the Daggerheart Nexus on Demiplane, or if you would like to have a chance at getting some beautiful Phoenix dice as well. So, !enter in the chat. Thank you, Streamlabs. Jump in there and we'll draw the winners at the end of the session. If you have to look, that's absolutely fine. We'll give you a whisper on here or on Discord and get those prizes to you. Now, as we return here, now that we can see with alongside your character art as well, let us reintroduce our wonderful friends here. Lauren, welcome back. Who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. And today I'm playing, I don't know which side she's on.
That's
one of the sides. I'm playing Eddie Orna, who is a fairy wizard who is panicked.
Fair. Okay, also known in our setting here as a Bicona. Bicona is our name for the fairies. Yes, thank you. And Joey, welcome back. Oh, muted.
One of these days I'll know how to use technology properly. Hi, I'm Joey Haeck. I'm playing Miranda Everland, an Izumi warlock, captain of the cloud ship Mistral. And the Izumi are, of course, the adaptation of the orcs from core Daggerheart into this campaign frame.
Yes, indeed. Ibuki. Sorry, Ibuki.
Ibuki, yes, absolutely.
Yes, indeed. We've got new names working with Yo to figure out what would be good versions of the different ancestries for this Japanese mythology influenced campaign frame. And last but not least, Your Royal Highness, please.
Arigato. I am playing Princess Inari, who is in the Daggerheart world a Katari, but in this world a Kitsune. We are going to be learning about her as well as her companion here, hopefully soon. Fingers crossed.
Yes, we all know what's on the line now. Okay, yes. Actually, one thing, rewatching some of the VOD from last time, everyone, if you want to catch up and see what happened last week, check out the VOD over on YouTube, as lots of people already have. Thank you very much. Yes, you heard that our player Ian is not able to join us yet. They will be here next week, and Candice, also sending lots of healing vibes, will be joining us again as well. But I was rewatching the VOD just to double check a couple of things and see some stuff. And I said last time, Ian can't join us, and we're having a bit of a captivity problem, which made it sound like Ian was in captivity. Ian's character is in captivity. Let me be very clear.
Who's to say he's not? Has anyone checked on Ian lately?
Good question. Any update there, Kayla? I've seen him on stream a couple of times. He's been in a couple of streams, so I think he's good. But yes, sorry, the way I worded that last time was very badly. So let us return to this wonderful setting here and our adventure. Last time we entered into the valley between the vast mountains that separate this world into its two forested halves, that of Takuma and the other of Yomi, the two sides of the concepts of Hare and Kegare, this order and chaos that ebbs and flows in a natural cycle, bisected by the Sakai Mountains, and all the way through that runs a deep, lustrous valley, at the dead center of which is a sprawling tea house, with all sorts of ancestries coming together to enjoy the tea house, the snacks and the brews, and the chance to make deals and have conversations between people from both sides and make contracts for various goings-on there. And that is run by the powerful spellcaster Chababa, who employs, amongst others, Adi Orna here. In that tea house, we learnt that a recent meeting, one of those negotiations, had failed rather spectacularly, as representatives from Princess Inari's section of the Takama Woods met with their rivals, those of the Nogitsune clan on the Yomi side, in talks that were hoping to bring peace after the Nogitsune clan had laid siege to Princess Inari's lands. A siege that was only survived and able to be broken thanks to the daring exploits of our cloud ship captain, Miranda Everland, braving a fierce storm which seemed to unnaturally surround the lands of the princess, to bring supplies to the top of their gigantic tree, the Takagi that reach up to the cloud sky above, and were able to bring that in to those people in need and help them survive long enough that the siege ended. But the peace talks broke down, and our missing character, Rowan, played by Ian, was captured by the Nogitsune and taken back to Yomi. We saw Adi looking on the repairs being made after that devastation, where they were consoled and helped to relax by their constant source of inspiration and comfort that is our Onikin bard, Kaori, played by Candice. You were nervous not only because of the fallout of this broken deal, Adi, but also because it was said that Princess Inari herself was approaching from the Takama forest to find out what had happened, what was going on. You heard the fanfare of their arrival, and rushing out to the front amongst all of the other members of the tea house staff, you saw the parade that accompanied Princess Inari's palanquin, and you saw her arrive and were gestured to join her in the recently repaired meeting room, returning to the scene of the crime, if you will, as you were turned there and wondered why Chababa had brought Kaori, Adi, and the princess together. As you talked, you realized that the princess had a different face, a different personality when away from her attendants and courtiers, much friendlier and easier to talk with, which was somewhat of a relief to Adi. But as they were conversing and wondering what was happening, with a flourish, the captain, Miranda Everland, entered the room and joined with you, talking together, just wondering about ideas. What was happening? Why were you brought from these various places around the the forest and the lands of Irazu no Mori to meet with the princess who'd come here to see what had happened to her faithful Rowan. If a little reluctantly, maybe. As Adi was preparing tea, with the help of her animated and awakened tea bowl, Hoji. As we're going into autumn here, Lauren, in Japan, Hojicha is very, very prominent in the shelves of the convenience stores and things. So it's good. I was thinking about that this week. Our little animated bowl, Hoji, helping along there. Various items and bowls and teapots and ladles and whisks started to levitate. Our heroes here leapt into action, trying to grab them and wondering what was going on there. But as they tried to do that, the random movement and nature of these items intensified, and they all went swooping out of the room into the beautiful raked gravel gardens in the center of the tea house, forming into a giant swirling dragon-like formation, which was endangering the folks of the tea house. Our heroes leapt into action into the tea garden there, and using both weapon and magic, were able to subdue the creature long enough for Kaori to use her telepathy to communicate with Chibaba, who was seen up on the hillside above, observing the scene, to dispel the magic here in her place, if I may take a little left over from previous gaming days. A lair action, if you will, as Chibaba dispelled the magic and all of the pieces clattered to the ground, and the magic was dealt with. Talking with Chibaba back in the safety and calm of the restored meeting room, you heard that this strange occurrence was in some way connected to the recent tremors that have been shaking the land and passing through the valley and forest alike. And Chibaba told you that she was concerned about an impending imbalance in that natural cycle of Hare and Kegare, and she urged you and had brought you together, and having finally seen this creation of that chaotic manifestation here in the tea house itself, she had it confirmed for her that her fears were coming true, and she encouraged you to search for an offering that could be made in a ceremony that could appease and reset the balance. A book was handed to Adi, one which had been kept from her until now because of the ancient languages involved, and it was learnt that Princess Inari had a particular gift for languages and would be able to work with Adi to figure out what this book entails. For the two of you, one of the downtime activities in the long rest options of Daggerheart is to work on a project. And in the long rests that happen going on into the adventure, at least one of you needs to take a work on a project action of the two of you to process that understanding of that book and to figure out the secrets it contains. Miranda Everland, your cloud ship is required. Your daring crew being asked once more to brave the encroaching storm and bring a possible solution to the forest once more. And we return to the tea house. And please, let me pass over the narrative to our friends here. I'd like to ask each of you first, what is it that you do to prepare? This is not a trivial journey here throughout the rest of the valley and into the forest of Yomi in search of the kidnapped members of the princess's court. Let's go around the opposite way around to just before. Princess Inari, how do you prepare, and how are you able to shake off your entourage, which would be not good to parade through? Oh, speaking of parade, one last thing before I pass it over to you. Let me roll those auspice dice in our campaign frame here. What is the auspices of the day? Is it going to be favoring Yomi, Takama, or is it a parade day? Let me have a look here. Okay. That is, as we venture into the forests, the dark forests, a Yomi favored day, which means I gain a fear as we head into this new day. So yes, Princess Inari, what are you doing to prepare for your journey here?
I think that Princess Inari would start by asking her attendants to take a message back to her family. Let them know exactly what she's up to in case that she doesn't come back, say, within a day, good, like roughly 24 hours from this point on. They don't hear from her to prepare. For unfortunately, if that's the case and I'm in the mix, I hate to say it, the word war is probably thrown into that conversation.
Okay.
But again, very hush-hush tones, sending them out the back. In fact, asking Addie, what's the best way to send them out discreetly so that they can't be seen.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you. As you talk with your trusted members of your entourage and the court that had travelled with you, you gather your thoughts and prepare. Is there a wardrobe change, or are you staying with your kimono?
That's a very good question. So not many know this, but once the entourage leaves, there are like these hidden tassels in her kimono where she's able to kind of like pick it up and form it into more of this very open-legged pants style. So it's much more easier to move around in.
Excellent. Love it. Love it. Okay. Now, which of the long rest activities would you like to partake in? So you can, as part of a long rest in Daggerheart, you can tend to all wounds, clear all stress, repair all armor, prepare for the coming day, or, as mentioned, work on a project.
Now, when I clear the stress, forgive me because I'm still relatively new to the
No
system,
problem at all.
does that bring hope back?
No. No.
How do I acquire hope once more? Is that only through a complete downtime?
At the end of the hope... Well, sorry, there will be hope, yes, that comes for the new day as well. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just asking which activities come in there as well. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then
When you prepare, you can gain hope. That's what the prepare downtime move does.
Thank you, Joey. Yes, thank you.
Understood. Thank you. Then I did not suffer any damage, so I think I would love to spend some time with Addie and poring over this script if they're available.
Absolutely. Yes. Now, you can choose 2 actions to take during the rest. So if there's another thing you'd like to do. So working on a project with Addie. Now, if you'd also like to make that a joint prepare action with Addie, if Addie's willing as well, then that will give each of you 2 hope.
If they are inclined, I would love to do something like that then.
Okay.
Absolutely. That was going to be one of the things I wanted to do. I think Addie is itching to get after this book, and
Yes.
the preparation
Very
to go is kind of forefront on her mind. But yeah, the book is, she's constantly kind of looking at it, and she knows that she can't dig into it until some of it is translated, and the princess is needed for the translation, but she doesn't want to bug the princess to start translating it. So she'll wait until you bring up translating it, and then is like all of a sudden there at a table with pen and quill or paper and quill and ready to go whenever you want to.
Excellent. Okay. Are you going to mirror the actions completely there? So the prepare and the work on the project?
Not exactly. I'll work on that project, but the other thing actually, because I seem to remember that Miranda you got hurt quite a bit, right?
I think so. My Daggerheart sheet must have reset over on Demiplane because
Oh,
I'm
no.
not showing any damage now, but I do remember taking 2 damage. 2
Yes.
HP worth of
Oh,
damage.
mine must
Yeah.
have done the same because I don't have any damage either.
I've got because I've got 1 stress, but I know I didn't take any damage. I remember you took damage, but you were I can't remember what you mitigated with armor or not. Um
Yeah, I think I was
so
1 armor slot down and 2 HP down, if I remember
okay.
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds
So
about right.
so I would like to do some studying with the princess and then also spend a little time with Miranda because I actually would like to spend some time with Miranda initially to help heal some of the wounds, but it kind of ends up turning into half asking. It starts as, "Let me help you with healing," and then while I'm taking care of where you've been hurt by this tea dragon, to make conversation, it's also, "So I really haven't been anywhere except my home and here. So I don't really know anything about travel. And so I was hoping maybe you could give me some advice about what I should actually pack, because I'm pretty sure I don't know what I'm supposed to pack."
So
And
you run into Miranda while she's working with her crew to resupply the ship, getting supplies from the tea house and stuff like that. And she's sort of like favoring one side as she's carrying gear because like she's got this big wound on her arm and it's clearly bothering her. And so you pull her away and she sort of meekly says, "Oh, I don't think it's very necessary. Oh, if you insist." And then sets down the box and what's the word? Delegates to a crew member and it takes a moment and sort of lays out the arm, receives the antiseptic or whatever you're using, and says, "Well, you're asking about the Cloud Sea, then?"
that, or just travel in general, I guess. Are we taking your ship? Your ship is very, very impressive. Are we
The
taking your ship?
the Mistral is, well, it's at the princess's service, and I suppose that Lady Chibaba's now as well. It's it's a fast ship, and certainly one that has ferried a great deal of supplies between the well, both sides of the valley. Honestly, we trade with anyone as long as the money's good.
How did you even become a captain of a? I mean, forgive just asking. I'm really curious. How do you, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you become captain of a cloud ship like this?
Well, it's kind of a funny story, actually. Once, when I was a young girl, a friend of mine and I, um, we accidentally stole something from a shop. And it was sort of on a dare, on a bit of a challenge. Um, and for whatever reason, I guess a flash of momentary insanity, I just, what's the phrase? Committed to the bit. Uh, I I swung a punch full force at the man that we were whose shop we'd snuck into, and it landed me in some hot water, and I never really saw that friend or my hometown again. It got me shipped off to prison, if you can believe that, once upon a time. And I met a crew of other sailors. Some of them were honest sailors. Is there sort of a royal navy in this setting, John? Would there be like military mariners or merchant mariners up in the Cloud Sea?
I think the merchants and settlements in the mountaintops and treetops that puncture into the Cloud Sea would be affiliated with either of the courts, and members of that court would, quote unquote, police that
Mhm.
area. So, was that on the Yomi side or the Takuma side? That
Well, actually, what Miranda was about to say is I wound up taking in sailors who had come from both the Yomi and the Takuma courts. The one thing that I learned, I'd never even imagined being locked up before, but it's that having being thrown in prison is kind of the great equalizer. People care a little bit less about the old rivalries when they have to face such struggle together. And so my crew wound up being some folk from Yomi and some from Takuma, and some whose pasts were, let's say, a bit spotted. And ultimately, we've been an upstanding crew. I we've weathered lightning storms, raids from pirates. People call us pirates sometimes, the Mistral, but that's only because we know how to fight back. We're honest merchants on that ship who make a living of evading blockades when raiders or one kingdom or another wants to prevent supplies from slipping through their net. And as to how I became the captain, I have to tell you, I'm really not sure. The crew all put their trust in me. I think I just had a way of getting them to trust each other.
Well, the way the princess seemed to look up to you the moment you came on in, I think you must have earned it fairly well. And
Oh, I look up to her. For the princess to look up to me, it's not befitting a sailor of my station.
well, I don't know what your station is, but it sounds like you have a ship full of equals, and so you all look up to each other.
Yes, that's true.
And Adi is finishing up wrapping your arm, and you could swear that maybe it's tea that she's actually wrapped into whatever this poultice is.
Poultice, yeah.
Oh, I
But-
feel caffeinated.
You feel it's a little bit caffeinated, but it actually feels a lot better. And in the telling of your story, you kind of got a little distracted to telling it, and so all of a sudden, now that you're thinking about your arm again, the pain is gone. Everything just feels better, and you can clear 2 hit points or 2 stress as I use Mending Touch.
Very nice. I will clear those 2 hit points. Ding ding.
Excellent.
Because I get to do that once per long rest, as long as we learn something new about each other.
That's
Cool.
awesome. I love that.
So yeah, and I'll kind of finish and wrap that up and go. Okay, so just be careful with that until tomorrow morning, and then give it a little wash, and then before I go, if you could just like write out a list of what you think would be good for me to pack, so I don't overpack. That'd be great.
Of course.
Thanks.
You'll have it as soon as my ship's loaded with the necessities.
Thank you, because I'm pretty sure I would overpack. And yeah, she'll make sure to get that list and stick to it so that she doesn't bring way too much. And then yeah, she'll go skipping off to go help Princess Inari with translating the book, and that'll be her 2 things that she'll do for the evening.
Excellent. Now,
I think in that way that's going to be my my prepare move. I'm going to prepare with this group of 2.
okay. Yeah, absolutely. Then you also gain 2 hope. And what would you like to use your other move for, Miranda?
I'm going to use it to repair my armor.
Okay. So, yeah,
It's a D4, but I only have 1 slot marked, so
perfect.
just
Yeah, no worries.
blink that down.
Let me add that hope for you.
So, quick question. So I used Mending Touch to do the heal for the one thing. When I do the prep with Princess Inari, do I actually do anything, or that's just we're working on the book?
You're
And
just
but I
working
don't
together,
actually.
yeah.
Okay, so I don't actually do anything. I don't spend a hope. I don't do anything on the sheet.
No, it's just one of your
Okay.
long rest moves.
Okay.
Move is the word for action, often used in Daggerheart. Now, Addy, the use of your magic on Miranda would have happened before the long rest, because that's between long rests. So you have your action, working with Princess Inari on the book. So you have one more move to make, I believe.
See, the way this reads, because it's once per long rest.
Okay.
I can do it quickly and spend 2 hope to clear a single hit point or single stress, or once per long rest. When you spend this healing time learning something new about them or revealing something about yourself, you can clear 2 hit points. So I got the sense that this was like one of the moves I can do. Is I spend 2 hope and do this.
Yes.
So I think that's the way this works.
So you are. Let me double check the wording on that, because I don't want to have you spend resources unnecessarily.
I mean, I'll get it back after I sleep, but that was how I was reading it.
Just because it affects your hope, so I just want to double check there.
Yeah.
Because that your prepare action and that will cancel each other out if it takes that two hope to do it. You said it costs 2 hope to do, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Addy and Inari, as you're working together in one of the quiet kind of study spaces, it's not all tatami tea rooms and things here. There are quiet kind of reading nooks and areas too, and the two of you are kind of poring over this fascinating tome that Chababa has given to you. Addy, you understand that the princess's presence was necessary for this, and the languages involved. And Princess Inari, there are some languages that you don't immediately recognize, but you can infer from the structures and the way the grammar works, and the meaning of some of them. But others you are familiar with, of older ancestries and peoples of the forest. It's more a case of archaic forms of the languages that are used now rather than foreign languages. But looking together, Addy, you wish you had met Inari earlier and been able to see this before, because this is exactly the kind of thing that you had hoped to discover. There's just talks of, unfortunately, several extinct varieties of tea, but also rumors and stories collected together from across the entire world of fabled teas, and the possibilities of new varieties and where they might be found, and you're working together to find out what's don't just type it. As we said, we determined that last week. thoroughly encouraged. But yes, you start to. Oh, Aratus, thank you for that gifted sub there. Who would you like to have advantage from that gift? Thank you. Princess Inari already has one from before from Lucius. Thank you. Let me get these crystals here. Okay. So yes, subs and gifted subs will give a crystal to the player of your choice, or disadvantage to me. I already have one from last week. It's still lurking up there. But that will add a d6 to your roll. You can choose to do that there. For people watching back home, if a player has a crystal, they are already good to go. But if anyone is lacking, jump in there and give any support you can. Thank you so much. It's always so appreciated. Okay. So, as you work into the evening and then take your rest, it's like those wonderful Joey. I'm not sure if you experienced this at any of the places you stayed in your travels in Japan. It's one of those things where you go for a meal, and then when you return, the room is magically filled with futons. It's like, where did these all come from?
I was in a beautiful ryokan in Kusatsu Onsen in the Gunma Mountains. Yeah, and that's the first and only time I've experienced that. Go to the meal, and then that center room is magically transformed.
Transformed, indeed. Yes, so whilst you are having your evening meal, that is prepared for you. And you awaken the next day. Princess Nari, your delegation has returned home with word of what's happening. And you journey out with less pomp and circumstance than when you arrived, with your new friends. But, Addie, could you tell me how you're feeling as Kaori is not here?
Do I know why she's not here, or is this one of those I'm standing on the edge of the pier going...
It's happened before. Several times. You kind of chalked it up to the life of a bard. A sudden jaunt, a sudden quest, a sudden adventure to be taken. Something has taken Kaori away from this moment here. Perhaps you saw Kaori talking quite closely with Chababa last time.
I think up until this very moment, the worry and concern and the tiny bit of fear over this trip was being mitigated by, but I'll have Kaori with me. And a little bit of the excitement of this trip and some of the stuff that we worked on last night with Princess Inari and like the cool story that I got to hear from Miranda. And then the later it gets that Kaori's not here, the more the needle leans towards panic, and the more she's rubbing her leg and making that humming noise. And then finally we get to that point where we need to leave, and she's gonna give that sigh and go, okay, I guess she's gonna catch up with us later. She's very good at that. She's very good at that. And she'll turn, and I don't know if Princess Inari, I don't know if you're nearby, but if you are anywhere nearby, she'll just kind of be like, she'll catch up. She always does. Somehow, it's like magic. It's very stressful magic.
Inari would turn to Addie and say, she seemed very capable. Whatever she's doing, I assume it's important.
Yes, absolutely. Always important, and yes, always catches up and is very capable. I just wish it wasn't, she wasn't so capable that she was always needed elsewhere so often. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. This is a very cool boat, but we should get on the boat. Mm-hmm.
Miranda is kind of walking around the corner and says, are you talking about Addie? I brought all of her things on board, but I have to admit I don't see her anywhere.
She sometimes, she'll be catching up, I'm sure. Kaori is sometimes taken away.
Oh, sorry. That's Joey's mistake. Yeah, Kaori is who I'm talking about.
I figured. I also wasn't sure, though, if Miranda has figured out who Kaori is yet.
Yes. So that is an unfortunate thing about this absence. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
It's one of those. It'll be fine.
What could be happening?
Kaori just disappeared in a cloud of wooden fans.
Yeah. But I'm sure that whenever she rejoins us, she'll come home to a well-stocked cabin. Everything that was set out will be there for her.
I'm positive that she will be with us as soon as possible. She always seems to arrive just when she's needed. And just when we need her, and as soon as I just always want her sooner. So, yeah. But your ship is very cool, and we should go. We should go because we should go.
I'm going to turn to Princess Inari. I'm going to sort of gesture Addie to go on board, and I'm going to bow very deeply before the princess. Your ladyship, I've said it before,
Miranda,
but
like catching her in
it's
the
an
bow.
honor to.
But we must be a little more discreet with this. Remember, we are friends. We are friends.
I understand. I'll do my best to withhold all of your proper titles while we're on this journey.
Please, just call me Inari.
Are you sure that's you're due much more respect than that?
I assure you, especially for this trip, unless specified otherwise, I think we should keep it under wraps.
All right then. Inari, welcome aboard the Mistral.
I promise not to barge into your quarters this time as she walks up the plank and like yelling after Addie. Addie, I believe there's a kitchen. There is a kitchen, turning around to Miranda, right? Like, there is a kitchen, right?
Oh, there's
There is a
galley.
kitchen. We should find it and make some tea.
Okay. Are we allowed to just go wandering? Captain, are we allowed to? Can we just go?
Please,
is that
the
a
ship
thing?
is yours. If don't pick any locks, but the ship is yours.
Addie, there's a soft pop which you've grown to hate, as you know whose arrival it heralds, as a little tanukin appears, resting on the gunnel, like looking over, as Kay, your little thorn in your side, appears once more. Very nice. Very nice little ship, this.
What are you doing here?
You barely stepped foot outside of the tea house's confines, and you're already about to make a big mistake. I'm here for you, Addie.
What do you mean you're here for me? I was told to go by Shababa.
It springs to mind that you don't know where the member of Princess Inari's court is.
No,
Where,
but
where, pray tell, were you planning to sail to?
well, there are multiple people on this ship who also have ideas about where to go, and so I was going to confer with them.
It is, I think, given the timeline, highly unlikely that the prisoners have been taken to any of the Cloud Sea ports.
Are you suggesting that you know where they've taken this prisoner?
I am a resourceful fellow, and he twirls that fur that looks like a mustache at the end of his snoot.
You do realize that if you have information that is vital to this mission, that it is incumbent on you to give that to the princess at your earliest convenience, or else Shababa is going to be very upset with you.
But I had assumed
Why are you
Shababa
assuming
had-
anything?
Shababa had entrusted this mission to you and hoped that you would be able to be as resourceful as me.
Well, that's what you get for assuming anything. I believe that the saying is it makes an ass out of both of us. So if you know anything, you should speak up.
You and me, clearly, works with the word. Look. What's it worth?
I believe it's worth your job considering. Anari? A friend? Would you please come over here?
Addie!
Hi.
Like clomping up from the lower decks from the kitchen. Addie!
Yes,
Oh,
hi.
there you are. Thought I lost you.
No, I just barely made it onto the ship. I believe you remember Kai. Kai, this is the Princess Anari, my friend, who we are about to depart, and I believe Kai has arrived with very vital information that is necessary for our mission, and it was going to impart it right away.
You watch as Inari's face drops towards the Tanuki, getting into very serious mode. Speak.
That was a very good move there, as in front of the honored guest of the tea house, Kay becomes very obsequious, and he's like, "Oh, Your Highness, I know that you, of course, had merely come up here to admire the glories of the Cloud Sea," and he gestures beyond the gunwale to where the the tops of the clouds are stretching out with the sunlight, like showing the different contours and parts of the the shape of them with the shadow, and then behind you there's this jagged mountain top port, which is the access to the Cloud Sea that the tea house has up on the side of the valley that you had climbed up to access Miranda's ship. It is a glorious view, is it not? But I was merely coming up here to see if you had all the information you needed, and if I may help in any way, as would be our pleasure here at the tea house. My co-worker here was referring to intelligence that I had heard from folks in the valley. The Nogitsune representatives and the members of your court they had rather aggressively invited along were traveling through the valley and have recently passed into the forests of Yomi on that side. I was merely thinking it might be unwise to sail via cloud ship. The limited access to the forest floor you'll have. Perhaps a more flexible means of transportation.
Turning to Addie. Thank your subordinate for his information, and ask him what he suggests.
Sputters in indignation.
Eddie's gonna do her best to try to remain very neutral and not either look shocked or pleased or upset at any of that. And will look back at, like, she's humble versus pretty pleased, and is gonna look back at Kai and say, so it makes more sense to go on foot through the forest.
Yes. Tries to regain some of his authority. Yes, you should. If you take my advice, as you should in all things, yes, and travel through the valley and to the forest's edge. Although, and he does want to outdo you professionally and in Shababa's eye, but he gets a moment there, you get a look on his face like he doesn't actually want any harm to come to you. And he's like, I've also heard that they may be prepared, ready for pursuit. There are patrols along the edge of the forest. Do do be careful and don't waste Chibaba's time, Your Highness. Scutters away.
The moment he's out of like the frame and out of ears, she turns to Addie and she goes, "That was very funny. I know that he's your boss. I just love to watch him sputter. It's so cute when he does it."
Addie is nodding at you, but also she's starting to hyperventilate a little bit because that whole thing was very stressful, and she's also.
Addie, I'm so sorry, realizing.
No, that was you. I called you over, and that was great. But also, I'm probably gonna get fired when we get home. But that was also maybe worth it.
No,
I think, and it was good information. And also, I kind of liked seeing him get panicked like that. But also, I've never done anything like that
Addie,
before.
I'm so sorry. I don't get to have fun that often. I apologize. But if anything were to ever happen, you do know that you would never be at loss of a job. In fact, if anything, you would be getting a promotion.
That's very, very kind. I appreciate you letting me call you over like that. That was I will treasure that moment no matter what happens. Oh, okay, but listen, he is a butt, but he is also not wrong in most things. So we should pay attention to what he has said, even if he is usually an ass when he says it. So he's probably right about going through the woods and being careful of patrols. So we should probably talk to Miranda and decide how we want to do this.
In fact, how about we all do it over some tea? I had the cook start a fresh pot. I didn't know if you brought anything with you to compliment.
Her eyes widen a little bit, and she says, "Oh, the hard part was deciding on what to bring so that it wasn't all I brought. But yes."
Oh god. I just picture like this, like if I made like this little trench coat, you're just like, "Hey, what kind of tea do you want?" Like just these little pockets full of tea, like
Flashback to last night where Adi is looking at the list that Miranda has so kindly made of like the smart things to bring that she has put into her pack, and then like the giant cupboard of all of her tea stuff as she is standing there panicked trying to figure out how much she can put into what is left of her pack of her tea. And she's managed to get sleep, but there wasn't much. And then back into the present. I couldn't bring everything, but I did bring some things. Okay, yes. I'll follow you. Let's go.
taking her down into the kitchen while calling again. It's like she's very used to just kind of being in space, like, Miranda! Just yelling about the Miranda!
And as if from nowhere, I turn the corner. And Miranda has taken on a different demeanor here, right? When she steps on board the ship, she really transforms from this meek personality into this pillar of authority and says, I am here.
Oh.
What are you shouting about? Please. There's no need to holler down the halls of my ship.
Sorry. We were headed to the kitchen. Your chef has a pot, and we were going to brew some tea and talk about Ari. What was that thing?
We have updated information about how we should probably proceed, which
Very
as
good.
much as...
I just needed to give Miss Sato a heading, and we are off. We'll take to the clouds as soon as possible.
That sounds beautiful, and I would love nothing more, but I think we have to go on foot.
What?
I know.
What did you say?
Something horrible, and I wish I didn't have to say it.
Now, you're going to have to explain this to me. The ship is all... It's crewed, supplied, it's ready to go. We could be there in a heartbeat, wherever we need to go. What, do they have trebuchet? Do they have burning arrows? What could possibly force us to ground ourselves like this?
Apparently, that is how we must follow them as they've gone through the valley. And if we're to find them, that is how we must follow them. If we take your beautiful, absolutely spectacular fairy tale ship, we won't be able to actually get to the place where they've taken Rowan.
What nonsense. The clouds have never served me wrong before. In fact, No. No, maybe you're right. If we need to track them by foot, there's no way we'll be able to see it from the sky like this. I think we should go along with this idea. It might take us a little while, and we won't have the benefit of having the crew with us, but we should move quickly. There's no sense in worrying about it or wasting time here debating. Let's make our way on foot and not worry about it any longer.
There's also, we've been warned that there is a decent chance that they've left behind patrols that we might encounter. So I don't know. I don't know if that means that we're supposed to like fight people or sneak past people or how do you deal with patrols?
There's a clunking on the deck, almost like a pirate's peg leg, and you see a figure in a almost looking like Princess Inari's gathered up kimono. These like loose trousers of a kind of oiled kind of leather type material, very used to being out in the elements clearly, and you see a cloak hanging off it and a hood pulled up, and Princess Inari, you see a figure that you last saw framed by lightning as the ship pulled away from your kingdom after Miranda brought the supplies to your siege. And you see the captain's Miko-san, the navigator who can read the Ryumyaku ley line type energies that flow through the cloud sea and allow the ships to traverse the distances. She steps forward, those eyes kind of glowing inside, and you can see a arm protruding from the sleeve that's a combination of wood and metallic parts bound round. As it steps forward, you see a karakuri, these mechanical beings brought to life with magic that are found through the setting here, our version of the Clanks.
Miss Sato, I was just speaking of you to these two. Inari, Adi, this is Miss Sato, the shrine maiden of this ship and our helm.
The voice surprises you. It's smoother and more calm than you would expect from a fairly ominous presence that comes along the deck here. Captain, the ship is prepared. The auspices are favorable for a journey towards Yami. Where would you have us?
I would have you do something unusual today, Miss Sato. You will take the ship and you will fly it over the forest as we make our way on foot. We've just learned that this is not a mission of rapid travel, but a mission of tracking. And so, with all of our magnificent strength, we will take to the ground. And when we have completed our mission, I will be relying upon you for a rapid getaway.
Understood. There are... And she turns to like where there's like a covered tarp, like a bundle of things on the deck here, and unrolls a parchment which shows the various mountain tops and tree tops that poke into the cloud sea. These locations are close to the borders with the valley. Which shall we wait for you? This one, I believe, is in the Nogitsuni lands. You said you were headed to that direction.
I make a glance over to the two of you, Adi and Inari, and then nod very firmly. Yes, the Nogitsune lands. I suppose there are plenty of places where you could wait. I'll need a way to get in touch with you if you'll lose visual sight of us. Do we have some kind of flare or signal or some way to let the ship know from the ground?
I think there is a device that you have.
You know what I could do? My hope feature allows me to make contact with my patron, who is not yet uh really manifested in this campaign yet, but that would be a very good way to
Absolutely.
make contact with the ship.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, using that connection there, it will manifest in the shrine and the talismans of the ship. That
it means I'll need to keep 3 hope in reserve for our exit.
Okay.
Always got 3 hope in the back pocket for a quick escape.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
So, all of our things are aboard. We'll have comfortable lodgings once we've slogged our way through the valley. Let's waste no more time. Out and down.
Aye, aye, Captain. I always wanted to say that.
And you disembark from the cloud ship for now.
Mm-hmm.
Now without my tea, I am taking that teacup. Sorry, Miranda.
You're putting it in the insulated travel mug, you know?
And returning down the orders given, Miranda.
I bet you Chibaba has. I bet you Chibaba has come up with travel, like made out of bark and some kind of recyclable material, some kind of travel mug thing for people who are like on the go. You know, I bet you we've got something. Like you go to take the teacup and Adi is just like, oh, nope, here we go.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Insulated.
I mean, the one that springs to mind is the gourds. You know, the gourds they usually have here, dried and hollowed out, and sealed with corks.
Perfect.
Often used for rice wine. Carefully, don't mix them up. But could work either way, I think.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Okay, so you having given your orders, Miranda, the crew, as you're leaving, Miranda's crew leap into action. And Sato stalks up to the forecastle and is shouting out orders and repairing things. And Princess Inari, for the second time, you see the glorious cloud ship depart away from the docks. And Adi, have you ever traveled in the Cloud Sea before?
Nope.
Right? Yeah, you've probably come up here a couple of times to look at the view that it gives. This beautiful ocean of cloud with the breaks, giving little windows down into the mountains and forests. But it starts to sail away along the invisible to most lines of energy that flow through and towards the Yomi side of the mountains. You gather the things that you need for the journey and travel down and out of the tea house and through those surrounding fields of the snake-like tea plants as they wind over the contours of the terrain. And I asked each of you to have a think about things that you might see along the journey. Did anyone think of something for still within the valley? Or was it more on the Yomi side in the forest?
Give us a little baseline of what the nature is around here.
Yeah, absolutely. At first, for a while, it's cultivated land, the tea plantations used by Chibaba and grown here to support this focus of social activity in the valley. But beyond that, it becomes more normal rural land, little stands of trees and rivers coming down from the surrounding mountains. They are glorious peaks up on either side. It is a sizable valley. It's very wide, but you can see the mountainside stretching up towards the cloud sea on either side of you. And as you go away from the tea house and its surrounding habitations, you become more wilder. And as we mentioned last week, they have those beautiful fields of pampas grass. You know, the fronds, delicate fronds lit up by the light coming through the clouds. And there is a river that kind of gushes along the side of the road for a while there. And then you start to see more trees as you get close to the forest's edge.
So, fairly close, because once again, Adi hasn't really traveled very much, but she's definitely gone out into the surrounding tea fields. Mm-hmm. And almost all tea comes from the Camilla sinensis plant. And the fields around are tended to by a variety of people in a variety of ways. And one of the most important things that they do is protect the plants from invasive species that are trying to eat the tea leaves. That's the hardest thing, is keeping away caterpillars and all sorts of, I think there's aphids and just all kinds of stuff that want to eat the plants. And one of the things that she loves when she comes out to, sometimes she comes out to actually collect tea leaves for herself, but often she'll just come out just to be amongst the plants. And one of the things she loves is there are these, and for those that are listening at home, tiny little spider warning, because they're tiny little spiders. There are these tiny little jumping spiders that are literally like, jumping spiders are just, they're like thumbnail size, but they are some of the best predators for like aphids and caterpillars and some of the worst things that eat the tea leaves and tea plants that are out there. And they come in a variety of colors, and they're, for those of you who can think that spiders are adorable, if you don't know what jumping spiders are, they're the little spiders. Yeah, they're the little tiny ones. I forgot what the animated spider. That's I forgot his name, but the cute little one with the big eyes that you'd sometimes see in like children's shows.
That does
and
little maracas with its
it's
hands.
a little more exactly. They sometimes have the fan that'll come up and they do the little dance, and they come in like 3 billion colors. And yeah, they just kind of look around and then they jump all over the place. And they are the perfect thing for keeping all the plants free of these pests. And so when you see them as a cultivator of tea, they're so welcome. And so watching them jump around doing their thing always amuses her. So as we're walking, I think that's one of the things that she looks for, not just because she loves it, but it's also, she'll start to count them as a way of calming herself, because they're so little. And so she's like looking for them, jumping, and it's this world's version of when you're on a long car ride and you're counting cows.
Yep.
It's we're walking through tea leaves and she's counting jumping spiders.
Beautiful. There is a healthy population here, so you're got a good feeling about this crop and the way it's developing here. Okay. Miranda,
My
anything?
my thoughts are more in the forest.
Okay,
You
that's fine. Yeah, just to check.
The fields are very reminiscent of where I grew up, but that's the sort of thing I don't think about very often. It's the forest that really sets Miranda on edge.
Okay.
It's, she's very used to the feeling of unenclosed freedom of the skies, propelled by the dragon veins, able to go up, down, yaw, spin, all of those things, and to be on the ground amidst a heavy, dark canopy, these Asiatic pines, the sounds of monkeys in the distance chirping and chattering. It's autumn, right? Maybe even the last,
Yes.
the dying calls of the cicadas is almost, it's overbearing, it's suffocating. And so whatever tall, strong, confident Miranda that you saw aboard her ship, that strength has entirely faded away, and she is at the back of the party now, constantly looking behind, looking up and all around, just sort of hoping for one tiny glimpse of the sky through the canopy. Even the barest sliver of crown shyness would be a welcome content at this point.
Okay. Now, Princess Nari, was your thoughts kind of more on the forest side?
Yes and no. I think that because this is one of the first times that Inari has been not only out of the palace, but also free of her attendants, um, if I may, she would be in beast form.
Oh,
She would have shifted into this very small white fox that has red markings on its face, very kind of like very Princess Mononoke style. Gotta get that homage. Um, and I think at this point she is keeping quiet, discreet, but running free, like frolicking through the grass and smelling the dried grasses, and like trying to catch a butterfly, going over into the underbrush of the forest and doing that thing where she jumps into a pile of leaves and jumps out, and she seems so free.
Excellent. As you're traveling along, the grasses give way to, as I said, stands of trees. Again, the maple leaves, that blood red, coming in as the autumn encroaches further and further. And you reach the end of the valley and the outskirts of Yomi. And as always, the contrast strikes you as the green grass and the trees of the valley give way to the dark, kind of tangled growth and fungus growing in unusual sizes sometimes of the Yomi forest, a stark line drawn across the landscape. How are you approaching this, having heard of the possibility of these patrols?
we should make as little noise as possible. Try and move unseen. It's a deep forest, it's dark, plenty of shadows.
Okay.
As you move towards the forest, cautiously, you do see some movement. And taking cover, you see that at one of the crossings where the road passes into the trees, there's been a kind of makeshift barricade set up. And Princess Inari, you immediately see some folks kind of lounging there, almost like they're manning a checkpoint kind of thing. And you recognize the colors, the blacks and kind of yellowish greens of the Nogitsune clan colors. Outside of their territory here, but clearly on the boundaries here, looking for any kind of pursuit or word that might be coming from what had happened at the tea house. I went with the kind of yellow-green there because apparently that is the exact opposite of your purple on the on the spectrum there. You see a couple of guards of the Nogitsune, curved swords at their side, an archer standing at the point there, their bow strung, not drawn and pointing, looking around, but ready to go at their side, and a stake driven into the ground with a leather cord bound around it limits the movement of a very grizzled, matted-furred, large bear. Not uncommon in the forests of Yomi. And you can't see, but somewhere behind them in the trees, there's a strange kind of metallic clanking sound. But not that you can make out from where you are. What do you do?
I think Inari, once having noticed them, very much pointer dog style, just like in the direction, hackles up, quiet, just waiting for everybody else to notice and react.
You're far enough away that you can talk. And
I was just
let me bring us over to roll 20 here.
I was just about to say, how far are we? And yeah, what's our...
Okay. Now, let me update our crystal situation here. Big shout out. Thank you for all those gifted subs before. So in the moment there.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
Everyone has an advantage crystal, and there's a couple to spare for our missing friends as well.
Thank you. Thank you, because there's a bear.
Okay. So, quick shout out to our friends over at Demiplane and their fantastic integration with Roll20 here. They have lots of beautiful art. This is the Wildborn art here. Very apt for our setting here, these beautiful giant trees that reach up towards the clouds. Everyone, if you haven't seen already, we do have a giveaway going on today, and you can win that fantastic Demiplane Daggerheart goodies for yourself as well as a set of the gorgeous Phoenix dice up for grabs as well. Do jump in, and we'll draw the winner at the end of the session. But let me bring us over to a different scene. Here we are. Bear with me, folks. It might take a second to load in. As I said, a very stark
Yep, that's a bear.
line.
That's a bear.
Sorry, folks. Give my computer a chance to bring it in properly.
Okay.
It looks perfect on my screen.
Good. Yes, I get jealous. Sirenscape and other things work perfectly for all my players, and I just have to wait for a second as my computer
there we go.
struggles
Look
to
at
do
that.
everything.
It's like you and your computer are like multitasking or something, you know?
Is something going on? Yeah, something going on there. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is a vast forest line. There are options. It's just up to you. Although, it would likely have information as to where Inari's friends are being held.
Now, who do we see here? There's the bear, of course. I imagine these are two Tanuki-kin.
There's a Tanuki and Inari. Sorry, Princess. We will be taking your name for the ancestry once you have played with it. Yeah.
And who is this captured by them?
No, in the back there is a Tatsumi, the kind of dragon-like ancestry here in the world, and that is a member of their patrol here, their party.
Got it.
And the direction we're trying to go is east, if what we're looking at is, north to the top, cardinal directions kind of thing, where we're, okay.
Yeah, so it's using the ideas, kind of feng shui based ideas of, yes, northeast is Yomi, southwest is Takama.
Okay.
And this is the valley reach there.
What time of day is it?
You would have been traveling for about half of the day, so.
Okay. Yeah, so very quietly to my two companions. How do we want to get past everybody?
Looks like there aren't any easy ways through the underbrush. Look at those brambles. It's a very thick entrance. I don't think I could slip through those brambles without making a loud racket.
I don't suppose we could just talk to them and offer some tea and they'll let us pass.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would.
We are outnumbered. Namely by a bear.
That is a very big bear.
Well,
I could try and provide a distraction and get them away from the gates. I'm pretty fast.
that's not a bad idea. Are you sure you'll be able to escape them?
Don't worry about me. As long as you don't worry about me.
I look over at Addie and say, I don't think I can help worrying about her.
Yeah, same. That's yeah. How are we supposed to feel if we make it to find your friend and we don't have you? That's not good. If you want to try to distract them, I might be able to offer some cover.
Ooh, what do you suggest?
Well, I can try to make some fog.
Ooh. Maybe we could scare them. She flicks out a few more of her tails and kind of like writhes them behind her a little bit.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
I'm thinking a little fog, some loud voices, some scary bangs. Maybe we can get them to run away.
Okay.
Miranda, come on. I know you got something in that pocket of yours.
I think I have a way to help you out with this, yes.
Ooh, this is gonna be exciting if only Cowrie wasn't here. She'd be the cherry on top.
She would be very good at she'd have a whole backstory made up for this whole endeavor already. But
and a haiku after.
She'll
Who's going to
she will be inspired by us telling about the story. Okay, so I can try to make some fog. Do you want me to try to make the fog right on top of them or like in front of them? What's real quick?
Let's
Game
do
Master.
in front, then maybe.
Very close range would be considered from where we are.
Very close range is the equivalent of just a very short distance. Like it's like the spacing of your tokens now. It's the next one up from in melee range. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can make Mysterious Mist. Make a spellcasting roll to cast a temporary thick fog that gathers in a stationary area within very close range. The fog heavily obscures this area and everything in it. It doesn't say how large the area is. It just says a stationary air. Wow. I speak for a living, stationary area within very close range. So I probably got to get closer, but well, I definitely got to get closer, I guess. But I don't know how big the area is.
Let's have a look here.
But it is mysterious, so
Yes.
I mean,
I'm going to say as a trade-off for you having, the origin of the mist having to be very close, then it will be quite a wide area.
okay.
So once you get close enough to cast it, it will create that confusion.
Okay. Whew. All right. I'm going to point over to this bush behind the bear, and I'm gonna say, "Okay, so I can try to fly over to that bush and hide in that bush and make a fog, and then I don't know what happens next, but then you all do your thing."
It's a good plan.
I really
Okay.
just dart around and laugh a lot.
Now, Princess Inari, are you going to distract to help Addy get into position?
Yes, I am not trying to get past him. I'm mostly just trying to be the distraction.
Yes. Hey, everyone, sorry, back up. Sorry, my computer is struggling with the cameras a little bit there. Everyone is very, very stop motion at the moment, but excuse me. The sound is still perfect, I think, so that's all good. Let us know in chat if there's any trouble there. You can use that. Are we using this to give Addy advantage? Right? Because if you spend a hope, then you can give Addy advantage.
Oh yeah, spending a hope. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great.
So yes, please. So let me mark that there. Okay. So, describe to me how you playfully gamble and cavort around. How are you distracting them there, Inari?
As the fog starts to creep in, a very jackal type of laughter begins to emanate from the fog. And because she has this Lightfoot skill where her movement is naturally silent, she has advantage on rolls with to move without being heard. She's just bouncing in random places and laughing and creating this very I'm sorry, the little one's also laughing in the background. I'll get him in just a second. But essentially that's what she's doing, just bouncing around everywhere, and I will be right back and get him.
No problem. Okay, so as Inari starts to distract our foes here, there's no roll on her part. It's just giving the help action to you, Addy.
Okay.
And it does work because I'm gonna spend some of my copious fear here as the Nogitsune guards recognize her, and she very clearly described her appearance as being that is exactly the same as her clan's mark, is the fox's face with the red markings. And the Nogitsune guards are like, "Hey, look at that. That fox. It's just like the come on, let's get it." And a couple of the guards kind of stand up, and the archer stays put. The Inari there, the fox-looking one is the archer, but the other type, the Tatsumi and the Tanukin, are Lauren, you might recognize a couple of Humblewood tokens being repurposed here. All the great art there. So they, yes, Princess Inari, as you have taken on the form that is very, very similar to your clan's banner, they have definitely taken notice there. And Addy, I would like you to make a roll there.
Sure.
Unfortunately, it's finesse.
All right.
Unfortunately, you have the d6 as well.
Okay, so it's that plus I've forgotten how to do the d6. There it is. Okay, plus a d6. Oh wow.
How'd you go?
That is okay. So that's a 27 with fear.
Whoa.
I also so before the game, I asked Joey to pick a number between 1 and 12, and they picked a 10, which is now my strange patterns, and I did roll a 10, so I get a hope. So once again,
so one for you,
once
one
again,
for
the
me.
game master gets a fear, and I get a hope.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a 27 with fear, which I think
Very
is actually
nice.
apt in this moment, as Adi is terrified as she kind of has to fly towards the bear, but then flies into this bush.
Okay. So yes, you make your way forward, and as you roll with fear there, I get to steal the spotlight and make a move, and the two guards there, this Tatsumi and Tanukin, will make a grab for Princess Inari. So they are going to try and grab you there, Princess. Let me see who we got here. Okay, so in the game here, I roll d20s for my ones here. So this is against your evasion, Princess Nari. They have a +1 on their attack. That was a 3 from our Tanukin friend there. The other will make a lunge for you as well. I'll spend a fear to activate a second person there, a second adversary. And that is going to be a 14.
Oop. Yep, that hits.
Does that get you? Okay. Now, our adversaries here, one of their features is an action called detain. So I can mark a stress on that one that grabs you, and it actually restrains you. So they leap forward as Addy sneaks around the outside there, and they will the second one that went for you there will actually manage to grab you, I am afraid. So let me put your token out here where you were frolicking, and zoom in a bit more as well actually here. Yeah, everyone, the demo plane integration here means we've got all of the stat blocks are available here as well.
Cool.
Settings there. We have all of the different stat blocks available right there in the place, all the rules and everything as well. And the way that Roll20 works is you can share it with the players as well, just a single rule or a single stat block or anything that you want to share with them. So yeah, very, very nice to use there. Okay, so the two of them will leap forward, and I'm afraid, yes, Princess, the Tatsumi dragon-like one does actually manage to grab you as you leap out of the way, and the Tanukin kind of makes a roll and fumbles and falls there. But the other one has grabbed you. The bear kind of growls angrily, but I'm not going to activate them just now. The Inari archer in the back is just looking and like chuckling to themselves. But that goes back to you. Miranda, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to step forward. I need to be within close range. I'm going to move forward here. And let me just confirm, this Tanuki has not engaged anyone yet, right?
Both the Tanukin and the Tatsumi tried to grab Inari. The Tanukin failed, but the Tatsumi did manage to grab her.
Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to emerge from the silvery fog and snap my fingers, which cracks like a small roll of thunder to draw the Tatsumi's attention. And I'm going to use my my spell Enrapture. I'm going to make a spell cast roll. And on a success, the target's going to become temporarily enraptured, fixating its attention entirely on me, narrowing their field of view, and drowning out any sound but my voice. So I'm going to make that roll.
Fantastic. Sorry, I need to mark off Addy's crystal there. Are you going to add your advantage to that?
I would love to take advantage on that.
Okay. So, yes, you can take the d6 there.
Okay.
Inari, you still have yours.
And this is against its difficulty, this adversary. Okay. And my roll is going to be a 24 with hope.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey!
Yeah. Does
that cost any hope to do?
No, it does not.
Excellent.
Once per rest on a success, I can mark a stress to force the enraptured target to mark a stress as well. I think I will do that.
Okay. That was the Tatsumi?
Yes.
The dragon.
And so what I say as I approach is, you will forget all about that one. She is no danger to you. The only danger is that before you, the captain of the thunders, the riders of the dragon veins. Drop the fox. Look to me.
Amazing. Now, the good news is you said that marks a stress too, right?
Yes.
They marked a stress to capture Inari, and they have 2 stress. So at the limit of their stress there, you basically, your force of personality, and you're using this magic, infused with this this command, stresses them out even further. And at 0 stress, with all their stress marked, they are vulnerable.
Yeah.
To you. Of course, all of the Roll20 goodies are in here as well, so we do have our nice little token markers here. So let's put this one here to mark them as shook. So that one is vulnerable there, and they will release Inari and just fall back onto the ground, and their hands behind them, looking up at you, Miranda. Now, I will take the chance there to spend a fear to just grab the spotlight briefly, and he turns. It's like, it's them. Grab it and go. And you see the Inari archer reaches into the bags and sacks and things there at their a little checkpoint, and pulls out a small banner flag in Princess Inari's colors. Okay, the colors of Inari's clan. And you think that they've been given these to act as a marker that something is happening, that this, that something is encroaching upon their lands, and the Inari will turn to run. Now, Addy, as all that was going on, you were sneaking around into position there, so you set off the fog there.
So yeah, I haven't set it off yet. Mm-hmm. So the fox is turning to run?
Yes.
Okay.
That kitsune, the kitsune that Inari's there, has grabbed a banner in Princess Inari's colors and is turning towards the forest.
With the banner?
Yes. As a marker of the message.
Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to.
And anyone can jump in here as well. You have an idea?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I should still fart my mysterious mist, or at this point try to do something more.
I'm so sorry. I thought that had already been released when I was jumping around. That's why I thought they couldn't see me.
The range is you have to be very close to set it off at the point that you want it to be set off. So she was sneaking around to set it off closer to the enemies.
Yeah. So I hadn't set it off yet. You had distracted them enough that gave me advantage to sneak around, but then they grabbed you. But then Miranda was awesome, and they dropped you. So you are free at the moment. But I haven't made mist yet.
We need to homebrew that mechanic into the game. Be awesome.
I mean,
spend 3 hope to be awesome.
Miranda didn't have to spend any hope. Miranda's just
Every
awesome.
day of my life, baby.
So if there's something else you want to do, because now I'm back and forth about, okay, do I even mist, or do I just, because I don't know what this fox is trying to do with the banner, but it can't be good, right?
Oh,
Get
he's
the
running
fox.
away from us. I think that.
The Tanukin said, "Get word. It's them. Get word."
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, Inari would be jumping on the other Inari.
Yeah, get him.
Okay.
So I
thanks
can start doing attacks, or yeah. So I'm still within close range of all these people,
Yes.
right? All right, I got 2 hope. Your hope and shoot measure to strike a target of your choice within crowds. Use the hope spent deal that much damage to the target. Oof. All right, I think she's gonna. She was getting ready to do the mist, and then there's like this panicked moment, and I don't know what that's gonna do, but they can't be good. I'm gonna spend 2 hope, and you see Adi pull out a wand that you've never seen her use before, and she's gonna point it at this fleeing creature holding the flag.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spend both hope and
So that costs 2 hope.
I use as many hope as I want.
Okay.
And you watch as the wand starts to glow green, and 2 little leaf-shaped projectiles fly out of it and strike a target of my choice within close range, which I believe that thing still is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roll a number of d6s equal to the hope spent and deal that much magic damage to the target. I
Wow.
can do this once per short rest, so
Okay,
here we
so
go.
how many hope was it total, sorry?
2 hopes. I'm rolling
Gotcha.
2d6.
Okay.
So that is 5 damage.
5 damage. Wow. Okay.
Did not roll amazingly, but
No,
it
no,
just
we're good.
hits.
Okay. Let's look here. They are very badly wounded by that.
And Adi kind of like, her eyes are like half closed, and she's like, oh,
yes.
I'm sorry, but oh, this is bad.
Okay, yeah, that is enough to take them into major damage. So they take 2 hit points from that. Okay.
And that's what she's gonna do.
All right, thank you. And there was no roll on that, right? So you can continue.
No, I
there.
just spent 2 hope and made it happen.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. So what happens next?
I think I would like to jump in.
Please.
Now that this Tatsumi's attention is on me, I'd love to move over to the Tanuki right past him.
Mhm.
And as I brush past him, I say, "This is what will happen if you look away." And I'm going to take my arcane gauntlets. Oh, please let this work. Is there anyone nearby who might want to spend a hope to give me an advantage on this?
I don't
I
have any
got
hope
you.
left. Oh,
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Princess Inari, how would you help out here?
What are you trying to do again?
I'm about to make an attack roll.
At whom?
I'm going to attack this fleeing Tanuki.
The fleeing Tanuki.
Yeah. Or sorry,
I
he's not fleeing, I suppose. It's Inari that's fleeing, but the nearby Tanuki.
I think that Inari would trip him.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, so you dash forward, like kind of get between his legs.
Yeah, and he stumbles, he falls down into the ground, and with the sort of lightning razored arcane gauntlets, I lunge for this guy on the ground.
Excellent.
Let's see something good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's a 17 with hope.
A 17 with hope. Fantastic. Yes. Okay, so you managed to leap forward, and the gauntlets. Do they charge a weapon, or is it like a punch? Sorry.
Yeah, so they're a magical melee weapon, and so it's kind of like it's like a shock gauntlet basically. As I lunge forward, they sort of crackle with the power of the storm, and I kind of go. They've got this sort of kind of like they're like the ring wraith gauntlets, you know, but crackling with energy. They're really very intimidating looking things for a not very intimidating looking person, and so when I lunge in and I grab him, first the point digs into the skin, and then a crackle of lightning rolls through this guy.
Amazing.
Whoa, that's 13 magical damage.
Oh!
Wow. Okay. So yes, the fury of your patron storm going through these gauntlets here. That was a bladed fella here. That is right up in severe damage territory there. So that's 3 hit points. As I think you get the full-on little Tanuki skeleton inside, like leaping forward there. Amazing, massive hit there. Okay.
Ooh.
So down 3 points. All right. Now the bad news there is, I'm afraid, even though you did roll with hope, you are at maximum hope already.
It's okay.
With
Just
six
let
points.
it go free.
Okay, thank you. So, Princess Inari, you've jumped in here and tripped this Tanukin, but do you follow up on that in any way?
After having tripped the Tanuki, I think she would have launched herself over the Tanuki's body in pursuit of the other Inari.
Okay. Yeah, they're still because you haven't had the chance to respond and actually dash away into the forest yet. They're still within range there, so you can get to them and take an action.
Once I get to them, okay, so because I'm in beast form, I'm limited. I can't do domain cards. I would go ahead and I'm gonna just scratch them. Which, if I hit them, it will also make them vulnerable.
Oh wow! Okay.
Temporarily.
Go for it.
22 with fear.
Okay, yes, that definitely hits.
And then vulnerable means that they they're either knocked over, scrambling to keep your balance, caught off guard, magically enfeebled, or anything else that may. Oh, okay. So it's just flavored. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I would have scratched the arm holding the flag in hopes that they drop it.
Okay, absolutely. So yeah, you leap across and throw yourself towards them and scratch down the arm, and they cry out, "Ah!" And as that was a roll with fear, they will react to that as they spin on you there, and they have their bow is kind of slung over their shoulder, so they won't, they can't shoot at you point blank range, but they will swing it at you like a club. Almost. So they swing that, and a 3. This is a D20. I think it is a D20. Phoenix dice is on your side, guys. So for a total of 4, that will not do it, right?
I'm calculating this against what exactly? My
Your
apologies.
evasion.
That does not. Thank you. Yes.
Right, yes. Okay. So they swing wildly at you, but are unable to make a hit there with the improvised club. But I will spend. I'm going to spend 2 fear here for our big bear friend to tear themselves free, as they've been like growling and like pulling against the leather strap, and now that we've had this little moment of time pass, they are actually able to yank the stake free from the ground, and like trailing it along behind them, they start galumphing towards. I think, Addy, you're looking very lonely over there.
I'm very fine. I'm in this bush. This bush is lovely. I don't know why anyone would want to come into this bush with me. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. That's a bear.
Yeah. The bear, which is the adversary type bruiser, comes lumbering towards you as it breaks free. Let me pay the price there. Ooh, one thing I forgot to mention mechanically, just while I quickly remember here, as you spent a long rest, there is a little countdown clock that I have going on that was marked a section of. There. So we'll see how many rests you take during these little game of ours. Okay, this giant bear just like comes bounding across the grass, like tearing chunks out of the soft ground as it comes towards you, Addy, and leaps in to attack you there. Where is that guy? Here he is. Okay, so it swings its claws towards you. Let's have a look here. Okay. It's going to... actually, I'm going to mark a stress as well, which means it's actually going to make its bite action. So it comes running towards you. That is a total of 8.
That actually misses.
Okay.
Incredible.
Ew, that's saliva. Ew.
Nice. Nice, please. Switch them out.
Bad bear.
As it growls as you duck and weave like through the bushes there. Let me mark one of its stress here. And there we go. Okay. So that is its turn. I will use fear for our other adversaries here, the 2 bladed guards. Bring out their curved swords, Miranda. Have you ever had a moment like this? Do you have any flashbacks to a duel on a deck above the clouds?
Of course. The number of sky pirates I have had to fend off wielding these dual cutlasses. Well, it's probably not that many, but it's happened before.
Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna spend.
If
2
you had a
fear.
nickel for every time, it'd be 2 nickels, but that's still a lot.
Still a lot.
Okay. So, I'm going to spend the 2 fear to activate the 2 guards there. The vulnerable condition gives you advantage against them, but they can still act.
Yes.
So they're both going there, and we'll make their rolls. First one swings, and that's going to be a 13.
A 13 does hit my evasion. Yes.
Okay, and the second will only be an 8. So
Not quite.
There's a d6 plus 1 physical damage. 4 physical damage.
4. That's minor. In fact, I will take it to the armor.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm going to grab one guy's sword with the gauntlet, the guy who doesn't hit,
Yes.
and just like look him in the eye and say, "That's not good enough." And then the other guy is going to go straight towards the chainmail and it's going to tear the mail links a little bit.
Absolutely. Let's say the one that you shocked is the one that missed completely, as they were just being very timid about approaching too close to you. Okay. Actually, I should double check there. Actually, with that ability you used, the enraptured one, are they allowed to target you?
So yes, in fact, I would say it's more like they're only allowed to target me.
Gotcha.
It narrows their field of view. It fixes their attention on me and drowns out any sound but my voice.
Okay. Yes. So they've got that kind of strange muffled, like almost
Yeah.
like a explosion
And-
had gone off, and they're ringing in their
Yeah,
ears, and they just see you.
And they're temporarily enraptured, which means I believe they can use an action to clear that condition.
I see. Thank you. Good. Okay. But they have they're quite happy to stay enraptured with you for the moment, it seems. And that is all of the adversaries have made a move there. So over to you.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna go. And after dodging out of the slobbering bear's mouth a couple of times, as much as so Adi felt a little bad shooting some of these people, but she feels really bad about just like shooting a bear, like actually like harming a bear, as much as she's terrified of this bear. So she's gonna reach out as the muzzle of this bear is like snapping at her, and she's gonna go, no, just stop, just take a nap. And she's gonna grab one of its ears. She's gonna try to she's gonna try to make it slumber. I almost said put it to sleep and realized what that sounded like. She's gonna try to make it fall asleep.
Okay.
Let's see if I can. That is okay. That's a crit because I rolled. So I rolled a 20, and it's a 9 and a 9.
Double nines, that's a crit.
Double
yeah,
nines.
absolutely.
So that's
Amazing.
a critical success.
Yeah, so you can gain a hope. And do you have any stress?
I do have a stress.
You may clear a stress as well on a critical.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna clear that stress, and I'm assuming that works.
Yes, indeed.
Make a spellcasting roll against a target within very close range. On a success, they're asleep until they take damage, or you spend a fear to clear the condition. So
Okay.
if that works, yeah, she like grabs an ear, maybe a little too hard, but then finally like lets off a little bit as the snapping turns into a yawn, and then she just kind of flies down with the bear as the bear just slowly. Yeah. Just take a nap. Just take a nap. Nap. Think about eating a rabbit or something. Something not me. Not me. Yep. There you go. And then she's just gonna fly a little bit away, and that'll be her turn. She's just gonna be like, yep, to rabbits. Think about rabbits. Not me. Not me.
Excellent. Inari, what are you doing?
How damaged do they look in front of me, the Inari?
The Inari in front of you is probably doing the best of the three, but they did take some damage. They had those cuts from Adi's magic before.
I am not trying to hurt them, however, I feel like they have bad intentions towards me. So with that being said, I would like to mark a stress.
Yeah.
When I do this, I channel one of the following elements until I take either severe damage or until my next rest. And I would like to do fire. When an adversary within melee range deals damage to you, they take 1d10 magic damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I think Inari's eyes would light up with red flame as her tails begin to almost flicker like so.
Amazing. Joey, can I check something? I haven't
Absolutely.
seen it in the book yet, but is there an equivalence of like choosing non-lethal?
That
just
hasn't come up in any
flavor?
games of mine, but I think it's your choice whether you
Right.
choose to knock a defeated enemy out or slay them.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm definitely going to say that as in other systems, you can choose. But fire would not be able to be, like as far as the fiction goes, there are certain damage types and things that you wouldn't make them. I suppose that just the pain overwhelms them. So it's like falling unconscious as opposed to blunt force actually knocking someone unconscious. So yeah, when you do damage and take them to 0, mark off their final hit points, you can choose for that to be unconscious instead of deceased. Okay, but that's if they attack you. Yes.
That is correct. So I'm not quite sure if that counts as an action because I know we're really only supposed to do like one thing. So is enacting that kind of like
No,
my
you
one
can.
thing?
No, you can continue and take another move if it makes sense.
The way the initiative-less system works is that you can make multiple moves in succession as long as you don't roll a fear
Yes.
or a
Oh,
failure.
understood.
Fear or failure passes the spotlight back
me,
to the GM.
yes.
Oh, well then fantastic. Then I would just simply I'm slashing at him again.
Okay. Go for it.
This time this is a 12 with hope.
A 12 with hope. Okay. That is not enough. As he kind of backs away from the sudden like fiery appearance that you've taken on there, almost like these little flames dancing around the bushy tails and the eyes glaring. Maybe do the markings in your face kind of like dance a little as well, like that kind of fire look to them? Those red markings.
Why not? Let's change them into like little fireballs. Why not?
So they kind of like ghost like little swirly, stylized fireball things that you see sometimes. Okay, so the yes, their difficulty. Oh, hang on. You said it was a 12, didn't you?
Yes, with
Yes.
hope.
Yes. Sorry. No, 12 is enough. Sorry. Excuse me.
Ooh, awesome. Then yeah, I'm just slashing. Since he's already temporarily vulnerable, that does not stack. So
So you have advantage though.
But I have advantage. Okay, fantastic.
From that vulnerable condition.
So then, apologies. I'm not actually. The scratching is really just giving a status effect. It's not actually an attack because it's not doing any damage. My apologies. So then I hit him again with like my short staff that I have. Like, what's happening here?
Sorry. Say that once more.
Because I don't see it doing any damage when like it's not asking me to roll for any damage after I use my claws. So it's not actually a damage attack. It's just giving him an effect, I think.
Let's have a look here. This is
Qatari ancestry. If you're looking at my sheet, very bottom, almost bottom right hand. Because I don't see any like roll for damage. I just want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly.
no problem. Let's have a look. The Qatari agility roll to scratch within melee. On a success, they become temporarily vulnerable. Yes, so the retracting clause doesn't do the damage. That just makes them vulnerable.
Understood. So
A
I'm being
separate
redundant on
attack.
this. So instead of doing the claws, my apologies, I would actually want to do an attack, which if I'm in my beast form, my apologies, I know I can talk. I can't use my domain cards. However, I don't know if I can use any weapons.
Not weapons.
Sorry, folks at home.
No, but no, it's okay. I think on the beast form side, it does have a physical damage attribute there. You see that?
Yeah,
Beast
it's a
form
melee
side.
attack with agility that
Yes.
deals a d4 of physical damage. Assuming you're using
Melee
the
attack
agile
with
scout.
agility.
Mhm.
Ah. Now, where do I roll for just a regular melee if I have a weapon already equipped? Sorry, I'm making this
just-
hard, everybody.
Just make a.
Now
make-
we're all learning.
Yeah,
so-
absolutely.
Yeah.
Just make a roll with the 2d12 and add +2.
2d12 and then +2. You got it. D12.
Yeah, so you can click on your agility attribute to just make it an agility roll.
There we go.
7 + 2 would be 9.
9. Okay, that is not enough. But
Okay.
they're vulnerable, so you can add a +6, which at the very least
Oh,
will be
yeah,
a
you
1,
have
which is
advantage.
10, which is their difficulty rating. So
Math.
that is a hit.
Math!
But yeah, so
Thank you, math.
your claws have sealed the deal.
Thanks everybody for your patience. I have the books and I have yet to crack them open, and I was like, we'll just learn on the fly.
Hey, that's
Very much should have cracked the books open.
I still
Listen.
I still have not read the Dungeon Master's Guide for D&D.
Even
Over
even if
years
you
of playing
had
D&D.
there's a lot in there, and you know what? I have cracked books and forgotten everything in the books. We're all learning, and that's half the fun of this.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
math.
I'll be your lesson learned noob at the table, like, hey, just...
Chances are most people in chat as well haven't are hearing rules and how to play for the first time too, so it's good for everybody.
The number of times
learn
in
to
where
play Daggerheart with us.
exactly the number of times in where I've stood here and been like, so wait, what am I rolling again? It's been fine. It's been fine. This is half the fun.
Absolutely. Okay, so roll the d4 physical damage there. If you need
That
to.
is a 3.
A 3. Okay, so that's just the lowest threshold. So a single damage there with your little claws. Drop some down to there. Okay. Thank you. So that was a success. So the spotlight is still with you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
This
so
is so much. This
in-
is so much pressure. What?
in this spotlight system, because we haven't passed back to the GM, any of us can go. We sort of freely pass turns back and forth without a set initiative. So if you don't have anything you want to do right now, you could pass it to me and Addie, and we could be like, okay, which one of us wants to do something now?
Indeed.
Pass that boss. Pass it. Take it.
Miranda, you got something you want to do?
Hell yeah, I've got something
for
I
it.
want to do.
Go for it.
Go for it.
I'm going to start using my class resource called Favor, which is my favor with my patron, whom all of y'all have not technically met still. But I have 3 of this, and I am going to look down at the pathetic Tanuki before me, and I'm going to imbue my favored weapon. I'm going to mark a stress to imbue my weapon with my patron's fury until I deal severe damage. And it lets me spend favor to deal extra damage on a hit. And so, first I mark a stress, and I raise the claw above me, and it will crackle with lightning, this time more like a thunderclap than the rumble from before. I'm going to look down and say, "You have displeased me now. Die." And I'm going to lunge down and try and plunge the sharpened points of this gauntlet into this guy's chest.
Okay.
And he is vulnerable, so I have advantage on this, yes?
Oh, this is the Tatsumi?
You know what? No. It's going to be for that Tanuki, so he is not vulnerable.
He's not, no.
Let's roll it. I have very little strength, so these gauntlets are at a -1, so I'm kind of counting on the dice to help me out here. That is a 17 with fear.
Okay, but that is a success.
All right, and before I roll, I guess it doesn't say before I roll or not. I am. I'm going to spend 2 favor to add an extra 2d6 to my damage.
Oh.
Yeah. So first of all, the normal roll, that's 12 damage. And I've already declared it. I have no choice but to deal the full 2d6, even though it's probably overkill now. Yeah, so that's 21 damage.
Oh, I mean, you did declare die, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I don't make me a liar here. I'm expecting death.
Spoilers. The 12 was severe damage.
Yeah.
Already.
If I double the severe threshold, it becomes massive damage, and he takes 4. I don't think I got there though.
That's true. Yes, Miranda Everland. For the first time in this campaign, tell me what happens.
Yeah, so Miranda is deep in the throes of furious battle, and as this thing crackles with lightning, you know what? Actually, before I go in here, I want to do a quick level setting with all of y'all. How sort of like gruesome versus heroic fantasy do we want to go with these guys? I mean, we've sort of marked Princess Mononoke as an inspiration for some of these things, and that movie can get pretty bloody. Are we for that sort of level of violence here?
Certainly, channel-wise, it's fine. Yeah.
I'm fine.
All right. All right. Yeah.
I'm good with it. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I'm quick looking at the deck, and I don't see anything.
Just
Yeah.
that one very specific type of damage we'll avoid. But
Yeah.
Yeah. So the sharpened talons of this glove go into this guy's chest, and as a burst of blood emerges, his body sort of shudders with the force of the lightning. Miranda's sort of down on on her knees getting this guy and sort of just pulls the hand away. You can imagine the camera is sort of zooming in on the talons here, just sort of the trail of blood seeping away. And she's just going to be down there with the corpse, breathing heavily as he's finished off.
Amazing. Okay, absolutely. Now, with the fear roll there, I shall take the spotlight as the Tatsumi is like, he's like, no, and lunges at you with the sword. The whole like monologue and that attack must have been like so much more focused for them. Creep coming in with a bunch of raiders. How you doing, raiders? Hello, welcome in. We're in the throes of Daggerheart combat. I hope you are doing very well. It's great to see you. Everyone, we've got a fantastic giveaway. The fabulous Daggerheart on Demiplane and physical dice. Beautiful sets of dice from Phoenix Dice to give away. ! Enter in the chat. Thank you so much, Creep. I hope you had a great session. Everyone jump in that giveaway, and we'll be drawing the winner, but not too long. Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, so they lunge at you, Miranda, leaping forward, the draconic scales shimmering in the midday light here as they plunge at you with that curved blade, slashing it across you. Let's have a look here. They make their attack. That is going to be a 14.
That hits for sure.
Okay, so yeah, the blade cuts into your shoulder, and that will be 6 physical damage.
That is still 1. I'm going to keep it on the armor. That's 2 armor slots down.
Okay, so yeah, how does that look? Which way? Because again, friends, if we're using evasion or armor to describe how something misses, you can actually reflavor that in any way that you like.
So it definitely hits me, but the chainmail underneath my coat absorbs the blow. I'm down on my knees. I'm murdering this guy, and the blow just sort of like tears through chainmail links, and bits of metal sort of fly away.
Okay, yeah, and the metal flies away. And if you can as well, I'm going to say a little of the electricity from your gauntlets kind of like zaps up the blade as well, and that kind of like shakes them a bit as well, as they try to cut through but are unsuccessful there. I am going to spend 2 fear to wake up our best boy there, and give him the spotlight. So let me mark that there. Getting perilously low here. I need you guys to roll worse. if you could just play along there, yeah, that'd be great. And the bear kind of like and just like wrinkles its nose, and there's it shakes off the slumber and kind of looks around. Now I'm going to say as a result of it coming out of that slumber, I'm actually going to roll to see if it looks to Addy or Miranda first. And I'm gonna flavor it slightly towards Miranda because of the scent of fresh blood from over there. So that is going to be our Captain Warlock friend there. So as it lumbers up, it just like shakes off the slumber, and then and sniffs and gets that scent of blood and looks, and it's like and just comes charging across towards you. Here, our cheeky friend needs to get back there. Okay. So yeah, he comes. The bear comes charging across there, towards you, Miranda, and it's going to make a claw attack. That's going to be 18.
That'll hit.
Okay, so the claws slam into you. That is 5 physical damage.
Okay. I'm gonna keep taking it on the armor.
Okay, so
It's
the
rending
claws-
through.
Yeah, there's a horrible kind of metallic screeching sound as the claws like cut into the armor through the chain link of the shirt underneath, and it's going to use its overwhelming force ability, which knocks you back to very close range.
All right.
So that's actually going to knock you a few squares back there.
Yeah, I go sprawling.
And let's have a look here. The Tatsumi has acted already, so I'll spend one more fear for the Inari, the Kitsune's type there, to lash out against you, Princess Inari. It's just like giant bears attacking. There's like these lightning gauntlets going off, and then there's just a Inari versus a little fox. It's like, going at each other over there.
Fox fight.
Unaware of the flaming markings and what they mean about your person there, Princess Inari, as they lash out at you once more with the bow, just trying to knock you back and
Do it.
get away
Hit
into
me.
the forest.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
The dice do not agree. That is a 3. You get those abilities to say, no, please.
Oh, you don't want it enough. Kind of just egging him on.
But that is all of the adversaries. So back to you guys.
So I think Adi missed the death of this one person. I think she was she made the bear go to sleep, flew away, and had looked over in one moment and seen the battle going on, did her thing, flew away and looked back, and then there's just and she is no stranger to injury or some battle, but she's never really participated in full-on battle before. She has healed other people's wounds. She's been in and amongst a battle that has happened or two, but this is the first time I think she's ever full-on participated in all-out being in a battle. So
Life or death.
yeah, and being a part of it, not just like, oh, whoopsie, I was doing math and suddenly two people or two groups are attacking each other. So suddenly seeing a dead body is very striking, and I think it's only seeing Miranda then get shoved back by this bear that shakes her out of a bit of shock. And the fact that the bear is now large enough and covering up the body that keeps her from kind of being unable to even move. So Miranda goes stumbling back, and Adi just kind of, you're supposed to be asleep. And she's gonna dart forward, and she's going to put her hand on the bear's butt and go, I need you to sit down and go back to sleep. And she's gonna try to do the same thing again with slumber. Here goes another spellcasting roll. That is a 9 with hope.
Okay, that is not enough.
Oof.
So you rush over and attempt to put the creature back to sleep, but it has clearly napped enough for this day, and it's like shakes its head, but it's not as bad as it could have been. So I'm going to say the hope there, you gain the hope, but
Yeah.
The hope there is that it actually gets distracted by the dead Tanukin and is eating the dead Tanukin.
Oh.
Starting to,
Which I think
there's a reason it
the
was staked, and being held away from the camp.
Yeah, I think so. Hand on butt. She tries to get to go to sleep. Oh, this didn't work. Oh, that's why it didn't work. And now I think Bear is distracted by dead body and Adi is distracted by dead body, and the two of them are just for different reasons now looking down at this dead body.
Indeed.
And yeah, that's it.
But that's that is a failure, and despite the fact you think the Tatsumi, the dragon-like guard, would be distracted by their friend being mauled by this bear, they are still completely focused on Miranda. Just their eyes, just not, like they followed the arc of the fly through the air, and they are going to rush over as you fail with that roll there, so I can take the spotlight. And they will rush at you, Miranda, to have a swing of this blade once more. That is going to be a 16.
That'll do it.
Okay, that is going to be 2 physical damage. But
And with
is there any armor left?
There is. It's
Okay.
one final point. What this blow does is it fully shreds the chainmail coat off of me, and with a rattle of chain, it just sort of falls onto the ground beside me.
Just cuts through the last of the leather straps there, or whatever was holding it together. Yeah. Okay. That is shorn off you there. Okay. As the reptile-like face kind of goes into a grin as they see the armor destroyed. It's like, maybe we don't have to report back. We'll deal with this ourselves. And I do not have any fear left, so I cannot activate our Inari friend over there. Princess Inari, what you do?
I think I'm trying to provide a death by 1,000 cuts to this Inari in front of me currently.
Yep.
You're getting there.
Trying to make most of this beast form at this current point in
So
time.
attack with advantage.
And then just to clarify, that was 2d12 plus 2, I believe.
It's 2d12 plus a d6.
Plus a d6. Oh, hello, math. 7 plus 6
advantage.
is 13.
13, that hits.
And then d4.
So d4 damage. Actually, don't worry about it, because their threshold is 4, so it's only ever going to be just the 1 hit point, I'm afraid.
Oh, understood.
Yeah, even if you roll a 4, it's the same.
Quite literally a death by 1,000 cuts.
Yep.
Got it.
Stop it! Okay.
Hit me then. End this.
But that is a success, so still with you guys.
Miranda, you want to do something? You want
Miranda,
me to
how are
go?
you reacting here?
I suppose I am in the crosshairs right now. Yeah, let's react as this armor is shorn off my body. Oh, I accidentally closed roll 20 as I was trying to switch to the tab. Don't worry, we'll come right back. I am going to I'm sort of scrambling away from this guy, and I'm going to roar, and from this gauntlet, a blighting strike, one of my dread domain spells, is going to burst forth. So first I'm going to make a spellcast roll, and I have advantage because he's vulnerable.
Yes, indeed.
There we go. Let's roll it. That is an 18 with fear.
18 with fear. Okay, that definitely hits.
And if I roll with fear, my target takes increased damage.
Uh-oh.
The dread domain, which is in playtesting, loves when I roll with fear.
Excellent. Yes, go to check out the Void over at Daggerheart to
Yeah.
see all their cool toys. These Void options also available in Demiplane, by the way. So awesome. I'm glad that they're incorporating that.
I'm also going to spend one of my hope to use my tusks, which adds damage.
Okay. Wow.
It's a ranged attack, but he is within melee range.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm going to spend the hope and deal an extra d6. Let's get there. Plus
Did I need
D6.
to have minus hope for you invoking your patron before?
Nope. It's a special resource called Favor that my class uses.
Gotcha.
So, but between the magic damage and my tusks, it deals 10 damage in total. And so first there's a blast of lightning that shoots from my hand, and then as he sort of is recoiling from that, I leap up and just like sink my tusks into like the base of his neck.
Okay.
I don't have the huge sort of orc tusks. They're smaller, so it's more like a heavy bite.
Okay. They had 3 hit points left, and that is severe damage. So once again, Miranda Everland. What happens?
I guess Miranda's just being brutal right here. You know, keeping the princess's hands clean. You know, that's what a good friend does.
And the princess is just toying with their food right now. It's like weird dichotomy going on.
And Adi's just in the middle going, "Go to sleep! Go to sleep!"
And having rolled with fear, you know, blood is dripping from my mouth. I'm looking around, ready for the next thing to come, and it goes to you.
Indeed. And as those two things have come together very nicely there, as you roll with fear, and you have broken or destroyed half of the people, the adversaries here, that metallic sound you heard, if you remember, off in the trees, gets a little louder and more pronounced. And you see what is clearly an effect similar to what you experienced at the tea house. As streaming out from behind the trunks of the trees at the edge of the forest becomes an animated snake-like trail of, I'm afraid they were not in a tea house when this magic hit them, a collection of weapons. And various metallic items and scraps of armor and things comes streaming out from the trees there, and will attack Princess Inari as being the closest to the forest there.
All right.
Now, so that was a roll with fear before, Miranda?
Yeah.
Right, so I do have a fear to spend as well. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Right, so, I'm actually, sorry, get way ahead of myself. Okay, so the swarm of weapons here. The good news is, Princess Inari, it is moving rather chaotically and sporadically, just like kind of moving towards you. And you see the Inari in front of you, the fox-like creature in front of you, is kind of gesturing and like straining and moving it. So it seems like they have a certain amount of control over this, whereas it was completely out of your control at the tea house. So there seems to be some sort of connection with whatever chaos energy you've experienced here and the Nogitsune clan members as this stream comes towards you. But because of that, it's clearly not something they're very proficient with, as they attack at -3. And that's a natural 1.
No. Well, good for us.
So at a -2, that definitely is going to go back. That also not a mechanic, but I think on a natural 1 it goes back to you. I'm not gonna. I can't. I don't think I can spotlight the bear.
All right. Out of curiosity,
Yes.
Do I notice that this thing is being controlled by the fox guy?
From the layout of people, I think the bear's butt is in the way, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Shaggy butt.
Okay, because I figured this swarm of weapons would have been enough to get me out of my, that's a dead body and a bear. So I would have looked up.
Coming out of the forest, but you can't see what the Inari is doing there.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Does the bear still look like meal is what they're, okay,
Yeah,
so
completely
it's
distracted, yeah.
Oh dear.
You think if you can deal with that Inari, then you could make haste into the forest and leave the bear to its own devices. It would probably be happy here for quite some time.
Okay. That's a thought I didn't know I needed to have, but there it is. Okay. I don't know why I had that thought. Okay.
Hush, voice in my head. I didn't think that.
No, you know what? I'm glad I did think that because sure. Yeah, I'll fly over the bear. I'm gonna fly over to this death by 1,000 cuts going on over here. Yep. And I think what Adi's gonna look at the bear, gonna look at the mess of weapons, and look at Inari and go, "We need to get out of here now," and is going to reach a hand out and is basically going to it looks like she's gonna slap this this fox person. But her hand is actually gonna light up with some of the fire that she's seen off of Inari. And I'm gonna try to hit this guy with some fire.
Yeah.
And real quick, I can spend hope to get advantage.
No, someone can if anyone wants to give assistance, they can spend hope.
Oh, okay.
You can spend hope to invoke one of your experiences if they apply to the roll at hand.
Oh no, I'm using Wild Flame, which is I ain't got no experience for this. This is just a random thing I learned because I needed to be able to have something to be able to defend myself when two random groups of people decided to go after each other after I was doing math. So here we go. Nope, that's a 7 with hope. So that did not work.
7 with hope. Okay.
I'm assuming 7 did not hit.
Was the it is that's not going to beat the difficulty, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So no, I failed to hit this guy. So nothing happens. So I think I try to hit this guy and fail, and I'm like,
silly question, just because I'm learning rules. There's no way to stack hope or help or anything like that, assist in any way.
You can give advantage, but before the roll, and you have to spend a hope, and that would give it a d6.
So I would have had to declare it before, which I don't mind spending the hope. I just would have had to have declared it before.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Understood.
No worries.
Okay.
But yeah. So I miss, and then I look back at you, and I'm like, we really, really need to go. We should just go. And that will end my turn.
Okay. As you miss there, I'm gonna take the failure to spotlight them, and with these blades now coming kind of like interspersing, like intervening between you, the guard, the Inari guard, is going to take the opportunity to scoop up the banner and start running towards the trees. But that is their turn. Then I'm going to spend the fear that I have for the weapons to attack Inari again. A 14?
That hits.
Actually hits? Okay. So the blades kind of haphazardly spinning around and things do actually manage to hit you this time. That's going to be 7 physical.
Ooh.
So that would be major damage, unless you use some of your armor.
I would like to use my armor, yes.
Okay, so you just take a single hit point of damage there. So the
Oh,
blades
I love
just
this calculator.
blades are spinning around, and some of them just like kind of cuts off you. Others bounce off your armor, but some of them do cut into your form there. I think in this wild shape here, this beast form. Sorry, you take. Yeah, this kind of magical armor that represents the armor that you have. Is it magical ability, your druidic magic surrounding you here in that? And that's also good, because if you had taken major damage, that you would have dropped out of the beast form as well. So That's good there. Okay, but that's all I have there. So if is anyone going to try and stop our Inari friend from escaping into the trees there?
I am gonna chase this bastard down.
Okay.
I
I'm
am
gonna
in a
need an
froth.
agility roll to get to them, as you get into the brambles in the forest there.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Or you can mark a stress to do it successfully as you push
Oh,
yourself.
is that something I can do?
Mm-hmm.
I think I will do that.
Okay.
I am acting with no care for Miranda's physical well-being.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna rush
So yeah,
in.
mark a stress there, please, and then you go dashing across. Mm-hmm.
And let's make an attack roll with the arcane gauntlets. I'm gonna. I don't think I can spend a hope to do anything here. So let's just roll it.
I would like to spend a hope to give you advantage.
Okay.
I will take it.
How do you
Because
give
I would
advantage
like to take this guy down. So
Yeah.
you have one of my
How
hope.
do you help me?
Hey, how are you helping?
I think as you run on by, Addie is just like, well, would you please stop him, because I would really like to get out of here. So I think it's more just encouraging words.
Mm.
Okay.
I think she's just happy to see you run, and like she's just happy to see you.
And I will growl back to you, never fear. And that is a 17 with hope.
Okay, definitely.
And I am going to deal damage. Oh my god. My dice are hot tonight. That's the second max damage roll I've rolled here. That's 13 magical.
Wow. Okay. That is severe, and they had 3 hit points there. So you just dash through, pushing yourself. The brambles and vines kind of whipping against you, but you just ignore that and stress. Get the stress to push yourself through, and you leap out with the gauntlets.
Yeah. One hand has the tattered chainmail in it. I'm holding onto it, but the other one is just sort of this wild swipe at this guy from behind that just and drops him.
Yes, and you cut them down there, and as you do, the magic is broken. Like the connection, right? All the bear doesn't have a connection to the animated weapons and things like the guards did. And as you knock them down, you see perhaps the way forward will be shown to you, because the weapons and scraps of armor that are animated here seem to have some connection to where these guards came from, and they start to float and animate off through the trees towards, deeper into the woods of Yomi here. And you think that wherever they are returning to may be just the information you were looking for, and a way to discover the location of your lost friend.
Ah.
So, would you like to follow the trail?
I would like to use my ability Gifted Tracker. When tracking a specific creature or group of creatures based on signs of their passage, I can spend any number of hope and ask the GM as many questions as I have hope.
Okay.
So in this moment, I will go ahead and spend the last 2 hope. And actually, Adi and Miranda, if you would like, which questions would you like us to ask? Which direction did they go?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago did they pass through? What were they doing in this location, and how many of them were there? Those are we can pick 2 of those 4.
I like the first and the last.
And the last.
I don't remember which those were, but if one of those was how long ago it was.
That was number 2. So number 1, number 2?
Which way did they go and how many of them were there? But if we want to put in how long ago, then I think 1 and 2 are good for me.
I liked which way did they go as well. So yeah, if I can, I think how long ago and which way would be my votes.
Cool.
And
Perfect.
that confirms what what might have been happening with these weapons here, because you do find Inari the tracks that they made as they were coming here, and the tracks do lead back into the forest in the same direction that the weapons and armor are floating in. And as you follow that trail, the two of you leaving the bear to its grisly feast,
It's grisly.
follow the tracks and the floating armor and weapons through the forest towards the holdings of the Nogitsune clan and your captured friend. And that is where
Cody, what are you doing here? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
that is where we shall return. And as you've gained this vital information and get closer to bringing the entire party together, we shall meet the three of you and our friends next week as level 2 adventurers in the Forbidden Forest.
Oh dear.
High five. High five.
Congratulations. A massive thank you to these wonderful people and to everyone who's joined us today. Thank you so much to everyone in chat. Last call, we're going to be drawing the winners for our giveaway today. We have the wonderful Daggerheart on Demiplane to give to one lucky winner, and a set of Phoenix dice as well. So jump in to the giveaway and we'll draw the winner if we say goodbye to these wonderful folks here. ! Enter in the chat, like Big Jim Slate Gaming there. Good luck to everyone who's in there, and we'll see who our winner's going to be in just a moment. So let's go around the overlay there. Princess Inari, where can people find you out here in the real world?
Hi, hello, I am Kayla. Thank you. I was so excited last game. I realized after we shut down, I was like, I didn't say thank you. I'm a shitty person. Extra thank yous this session, and also extra to those that couldn't be with us today. I'm very excited to be able to play with everybody next week. But y'all can find me over at Kayla_Janelle. I won't give you my Insta because it's a little complicated to spell. But anyways, please look out for all of the projects coming up here soon because there's a new game getting dropped by next year. I think the goal is to drop it by January 1st of this coming year, like kind of like on the midnight, on the dot. It is called Dreamweavers. It is a... apologies, let me pull up my little thing here because the last thing I need to do is botch somebody else's game description, right? It's a narrative-based TTRPG that allows a live collaboration between the Dreamwalker and the Dreamweaver. The game aims to answer the question of what happens when the GM and the player's roles converge. With this mechanics light system, you can either add elements to your current campaign or expand your collaborative efforts across the dreamscape in a full setting. Just like dreams, anything goes.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay. So yeah, do give Kayla a follow there and get ready to catch up with that awesomeness once it's released. Thank you. Miranda Everland, please.
Yeah, hey, I'm Joey Haeck. You can find me over at Blue Sky. That's James J. Haeck at bsky.social. And you can also find me on Instagram at Joey Haeck. You can also find me every Monday on twitch.tv/ghostfire_official at the podcast I co-host, the Eldritch Lorecast. We, because of daylight savings time falling back here in the US and the Lorecast being an Australian podcast, our time is changing. If you're here in the States, it's now 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So please come join us Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific on the Eldritch Lorecast. I'll be waiting for you there.
A Halloween episode dropped I need to check out on YouTube.
Yes.
link in chat there for the YouTube channel. Check it out. Thank you. And Adiona.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban Sheeher. You can find all of the stuff I'm doing, the TTRPGs I play on, the Blue Sky and Instagram links, and anything else that I'm doing on the front page of my website, lauren-urban.com. It's just easier to just do that. So go to my website, check out the front page. It's all there. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are Phoenix Wacky. We play lots of TTRPGs, and you can find out what's going on with us in the Discord if you want to get the news of what's going on and share what's going on with you. Or you can catch up with our previous adventures over at the VODs on YouTube there. This will be up soon. So a couple of people ducking out and saying they were going to be jumping into the VOD later. So we'll see them there. And a massive thank you not only to these wonderful players, but the folks who are supporting us in these streams. Big shout out to the wonderful folks at Demiplane and their awesome Roll20 integration of Daggerheart. Do check out that over at demiplane.com there. Our friends at Trollog Games and all the great Castles and Crusade stuff they've got going on there. the beautiful click-clack math-rocks of Phoenix Dice, and the music and sound effects of Sirenscape. Thank you so much. As Streamlabs has dropped in there timely as well, that we have a coupon for Phoenix Dice as well, if you want to get a discount on those beautiful dice there. And a shout out again once more to the fabulous Yo Shionoya, who is the mind behind this campaign frame and all of the great stuff that is in this setting here. So do go and check out Yo over on the Instagram and other socials there. And we will see you on Friday for D&D and Jacinta's Tyranny. And then we'll be back here next week to continue with, all things being well, the entire crew for the first time. So very excited. Do check out the fabulous Emma for this beautiful character art if you'd like to commission them yourself. And look forward to seeing the other two pieces next time and get the full set. Gotta get them all. And we will wrap things up there. So massive thank you, everyone. Let me quickly refresh to make sure our everyone's in the giveaway. And then we shall head off raiding. Okay. So, today's lucky winners of the Nexus for Daggerheart on Demiplane and the beautiful dice from Phoenix Dice.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Okay. Come on, OBS. Come here, come here. Give them entries. Okay. So, closing up there. Good luck, everybody. The winners for today are going to be, first and foremost, Eric Laz getting a copy of dice, a set of dice from Phoenix Dice, and did I get the right one there? Okay. Oh, I missed one. Hang on, excuse me. Okay, and to the esteemed Roveljacks, drum rolls in chat there. Congrats on the dice there for them. They are going to be getting a copy of Daggerheart on Demiplane. Okay.
Woohoo!
Hey, massive
Nice.
thanks everyone. Congratulations. We will look forward to seeing you all next time. But till then, we are going to head off raiding. Who's on at the moment? Okay. Oh, our buddies over at the Hero Zone are playing some D&D. Let's go and see what's going on with them. Massive thank you, everyone, but that's all for today. Till next time, stick around for the raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. And until next time, as I like to say around these parts, Oyasumi Nasai. Thank you, everyone. Oyasumi.
Good night.
Bye.